With every day that passes by, K-pop fans have witnessed sensational series news about idols. Have you got all the recent information yet? If not, please watch until the end of this video to see what hot news was covered in today's discussion. Let's come first to the hottest discussion last week, which is about the allegedly inappropriate behavior of TXT's Taehyun recently. To be more detailed, Twitter and other social platforms have become so explosive when a netizen uploaded a post including several photos of a young male idol in a club, who is said to be TXT member Taehyun. In a photo, it can be seen that he was standing so close to two strange girls and dancing with them. The owner of the post also mocked the male idol, saying, "Taehyun, haha, did you have a good time at the club with those girls? You went straight to the club after the fan sign. You were so tired the next morning, you didn't even look at the fans at the airport." Besides these photos, there is a circulated video of Taehyun having fun at the club shortly after that. At first, many netizens, especially his fans, didn't believe that the man in the video is their idol. However, after seeing a close-up photo of his face, they were all jaw-dropping as that man looks exactly like Taehyun. Many people immediately came to criticize the male idol, saying that despite being a K-pop idol whose actions could influence others, especially his adolescent fans, he still gets into these kinds of stuff and doesn't even bother to keep his image clean. They also claim that Taehyun must have known that there's someone capturing him doing what he was doing, but he still ignored it and let the person blow out the allegation as if he decided to give up on his idol career. What's more, some also expressed their disappointment toward Taehyun, as they have never imagined that he could have the guts to hit the bar and even be intimate with two girls, without a second thought. However, many fans hold a totally contrasting opinion, saying that as Taehyun is an adult, not a kid, he has the right to do whatever he wants, as long as it isn't illegal and doesn't affect anyone. He is obviously mature enough to be responsible for what he decides to do. And as for this matter, netizens are overreacting, making up everything from nothing to drag Taehyun down. Since the male idol is also a normal person who needs entertainment and clubbing is just one of many ways for him to let his hair down after stressful work, netizens needn't be so sensitive and negatively judge his image or personality. Fans also argue that there's no way Taehyun would be so close to girls, as he is not the one who doesn't know the limit between a K-pop idol and the opposite sex. Not to mention, the evidence was poorly taken and it also depends on the shooting angle. So it is so ridiculous of some netizens when jumping right into the conclusion that Taehyun was acting intimately with the two girls. Well, this is such an unnecessary trouble for Taehyun, as I do believe that it wasn't his fault, having a relaxing time and enjoying his life like a normal person. However, I don't think netizens are wrong to expect him as a K-pop idol to limit entertaining himself this way. Instead of going to places full of temptations like bars and clubs, he can play sports, travel, play games, and do many other activities that can help him increase dopamine in a healthy way. Anyway, hope that netizens would have a more positive and broader viewpoint when it comes to similar situations. Now, let's take a look at the next controversy surrounding Ravi, VIXX, announcing his departure from the group following his military service evasion issue. Particularly on April 11, the Seoul Southern District Court held trials for Ravi, who was accused of trying to evade South Korea's mandatory military service, in which prosecutors sought the courts to sentence Ravi to 2 years in prison. Earlier on January 12, it was revealed that a group of brokers was arrested on charges of corruption to avoid military service by designating their clients to a neurologist at a particular hospital in Seoul. After that, they gave their clients a false medical diagnosis of epilepsy to either help them be exempted from military service or receive a lesser military grade. They promoted their services by claiming that their services were used by a famous idol, who turned out to be Ravi because the prosecution discovered Ravi's medical records in the cell phone of the culprit named Koo. It is known that on behalf of Ravi, his representative signed a 50 million won contract with Koo to help him avoid mandatory military service. In May last year, Ravi left KBS Entertainment show 2 days, 1 night to cite his enlistment. However, he did not join the army. Instead, he continued to hold concerts and released his 5th EP, Love and Holiday, in September. During the trial, Ravi reportedly gave a reason to explain his draft evasion. He explained that due to COVID-19, his label was in danger of suffering serious contract violations, and he was also the only artist bringing in revenue for the label. Therefore, he had to work hard to make money for his agency. As of now, the court has decided to sentence the male idol on a later day. While the decision will be coming out soon, on April 11, Jellyfish Entertainment announced that Ravi will no longer be a part of VIXX. On the same day, Ravi also wrote a lengthy message to his fans apologizing for facing the military corruption issue and explaining why he made the decision to falsify his medical documents in order to avoid serving as an active duty soldier. This has totally shocked Ravi's fans and many netizens as they express their disappointment and disapproval of his action. Many claim that it is a shame for Ravi that he is not brave and responsible enough to perform his duties as a Korean citizen while having the courage to break the law to serve his personal interests. Some even said that his career is now put down to the drain and that he should be banned from appearing on Korean TV. However, to be fair, I think it's no coincidence that many Korean men are so afraid of military service. Surely though, many Korean series on Netflix, you already know the dangers and inadequacies that always lurk for new recruits such as violence or bullying. Thus, if the government solves this problem, the evasion of military service will be greatly reduced. That doesn't mean at all that I defend Ravi's action because it is clearly illegal, and the consequences of it may have far-reaching effects on young people who are going to enlist. The fact that Ravi has to leave VIXX and receive punishment is also proof that no one can be above the law no matter who they are. Well, this is not the end of this video, as we're going to discuss another hot topic recently related to the remark of Don toward his relationship with HyunA. Being called out, receiving a huge wave of criticism, and getting kicked out of the company for dating without the agency's permission, the couple HyunA-Don has gradually changed the public's prejudices, becoming a love symbol of the K-pop world, for being still together many years after that. It is thought that their love would come to a happy ending, but it didn't turn out as what netizens expected. The couple officially broke up just a few months after Don proposed to his girlfriend. Surprisingly, most recently when Don showed up at the show Look Me Up of 1THK to promote his new album, a controversy was sparked. The male idol suddenly mentioned HyunA and admitted that he still falls for his ex-girlfriend, even though the two have broken up or HyunA will be with someone else. His statement soon gained mixed opinions from netizens. Even MBC also released an article with the title, "HyunA and Don, Please Stop." Accordingly, MBC stated that they didn't want to update any information related to this couple's relationship anymore. Plus, they also claim that Don mentioning HyunA and affirming his feelings for her is just a trick in disguise of love to draw attention to his new single. The unexpected thing is that many netizens see eye to eye with MBC, saying that Don is just taking advantage of HyunA's huge reputation to polish his name, and he won't stop talking about his relationship till the end of his life, unless it brings no benefits to him and everyone knows that he got what he has now thanks to HyunA. Some even feel regretful for HyunA when risking everything to be with such a guy, as well as hope that the male idol would leave her alone so that both can move on. On the other hand, some still defended Don, saying that he just confessed his true feelings for HyunA without any bad intention. If people put themselves into his shoes, they will know how hard it is to leave a long-term relationship. So there's no point in criticizing Don when people don't observe the problem objectively. Well, to be honest, I don't really like to comment on others' relationships and private lives, and I'm not talking about whether Don took advantage of his girlfriend or not. But there is one thing that I couldn't agree more with MBC is that Don shouldn't bring his old love life up and show it to the public, as it can affect HyunA's feelings and reputation. It would be wiser if he confesses his feelings to HyunA, only as she is the one that he needs to tell those words to instead of the public. So, do you think Taehyun clubbing is shameful like many claim? And do you think it's weird that Don keeps mentioning HyunA even though they've broken up?